What's up, guys? Um, it's James from Creative Space Studios coming back at you with another video. Episode 3 in this series of connecting the Harrison Mix Bus 32C to the Behringer. And the reason why I say that, because someone had wrote in the comments that it's Behringer and not Behringer. So the Behringer X Touch One. But let me explain why I say Behringer. Because a couple years ago, several years ago, I went to the NAM show and I asked one of the reps at Behringer how to say the name. And he said, well, it's German, it's Behringer. So that's why I have been saying Behringer. But I know that America, we think English is always right. So I will say Behringer from now on. So that's just one thing. Second thing I want to address is um, at any point, if you feel I'm rambling on the video, great thing about YouTube, you can always just fast forward or just go to the exact location where there's some information that's pertinent to you. Go exactly to that, and you won't be upset if I'm just talking needlessly. But for those who, you know, we're building a community, all about the conversation, all about the communication, then I'm talking to you right now. And again, you can always fast forward it. So here we go. So as I said, this is Creative Space. We're going to connect the Harrison 32C to the Behringer X Touch One. So this is Harrison on my screen right now. Let me move my logo or my little thirds down there, getting a little fancy. Still, I'm not going to be doing any editing, but being a little fancy using some software to do this. So let's go. So again, this is the Harrison Mix Bus, and we're going to be connecting it to the X Touch One. So let me get them both on the screen so you can see what I'm going to be doing. So again, this is someone asked me to do this, so I'm going to do it really quickly. What you're going to do in Harrison is one, let me go back a little bit. We want to make sure that if you're on a Mac, you want to make sure that your X Touch One is showing up in the MIDI studio file. I think it's called, yeah, MIDI Studio, MIDI Audio Studio. If it's grayed out, then it's not connected. So you want to make sure that it's not grayed out. You want to make sure that it's actually dark. Okay, so now you know that it's connected. Now it's not connected to Harrison, but it's at least connected USB MIDI. All right, so let's go back. So again, you're gonna go up in Harrison. You're gonna go to the preference, and let me make sure that you can see that. So you go to the preference. Give me a second. Again, I'm using a bunch of screens, but I want you to be able to see this. So you go to let's see, control surface. So let me go down, make sure I can get to it. Okay, I'm there. So we're going to click on Mackie because again, we have this connected in the Mackie format, the Huey or the Mackie format. The X Touch comes standard. It comes already connected as a Mackie format, but you can hook it up to a lot of other things like Live and Logic and whatever. But right now it's in Mackie. So you click on that. If you don't click on it, you can't proceed to where I'm going with this. So you click on it, and then you can double click after that. So if you notice right here, it says Mackie. We're going to go ahead and change that to the Behringer X Touch. And then we're also going to change this. It's already there. It shows up because it's in your MIDI file. So we're going to say X Touch One. And before I go any further, I want to actually go over and show you this, that is being connected. So as soon as I connect the surface receive, I already did the surface send. That's this one. I'm going to do the surface receive, and you'll see that the Behringer, excuse me again, it turns on. So you see that. So now it's connected. Now one other thing that I like about this is that you have function keys. And you know that you have function keys on the Behringer 1 through 6. You can actually go here in profile, and I already have mine set up. You can actually create a user file. So I have a user file, and in my user file, I have the F1 as go to start, F2 as go to end. I have save, quit. I think I'm going to change that because if you accidentally hit that, you're going to quit your file. And then show editors toggle, you know, the side window in Harrison, and also show the mixer list in Harrison. And I'll show you that a little later. But right now it's connected. So we're going to go out of this. So we'll close this. And now you can see over here as I play, let me go back to fast forward. So as I play, let's do better than that. Let's go ahead and record. So you'll see. So I'm arming this to record. So as I record, you'll see my mic is already hooked up to it. Let me make sure you see what I'm doing. All right, better. Here we go. Okay, even better. So you can see now that I'm recording my audio. The mic that I'm using to actually do this video is connected. But just to show you some of the functions, so I'm going to stop it. So one function, like I said, is F1 goes back to the beginning. Okay, function 2 goes to the end of my recording. Okay, then as far as the toggle windows, I don't know if you can see this. Let me change screens right quick. No, I'll stay on this screen so you can see what I'm doing actually on the X Touch One. But it opens up the side windows. So if you see that opening up the side windows, I might change that too. Like I said, it's so many different functions. So it opens up the mixer side window, and it opens up the editor side window. So again, just to back up and explain it again, we're gonna go up to in Harrison. We're gonna go up to the preference. We're gonna go to the actual control surface. We're gonna go over to the Mackie. We're gonna click the enable. We're gonna double click on it. We're gonna go to device setup, and we're gonna make sure it says Behringer X Touch, X Touch One, X Touch One as receive and send. And then we're going to go over to the function keys. We're going to go to the function keys that we want. And like I said, I have it as start, but let me see if I can do this right quick and show you. Look at all of this you could do. It's click, return, play, stop, all kind of stuff in there. So I have mine set up to go to start. As I used it a little bit more, it'll become more functional for me, and I'll probably end up changing all of these, but right now it works. So that's pretty much it. Maybe I'm gone over 5 minutes, but again, I just wanted to be able to connect it. Please subscribe, please like if you like it. If not, I'll keep doing it, get better and better at this. But again, want to create a community because there's a lot of great audio guys online and a lot of musicians online, a lot. I'm trying to create where we can exchange ideas, maybe to the point of actually doing some music together. So that's my purpose. Is studio can be a lonely place. Hey, here I am, 11 o'clock in California in the studio by myself. Ain't nobody here with me. So I invite you guys in the studio with me. And that's what this is all about, inviting you in, and let's be a community. Let's do like we did in the old days when the studio was full of people hanging around. We still made good music while people were singing, talking, eating, and whatever. So, hey, YouTubers, have a great evening. Make a lot of great music, and I'll follow up with you with another video. Peace out.